sitting on the train that's going to be going to Borisov here. Costs about less than 3 rubles to go from Minsk to Borisov. It's not so far away. But anyway, it's the cheap train, electricity train. Luxurious seats, as you see. Sheer luxury. Okay. Arrived in Borisov. Whoa! Better check your shorts on that one, Mr. Bus. Gosh. I don't know. There's no lines. I guess that's where they drive in, but nice little Soviet type of looking symbol. I probably got to move again. Fish. Produkty. What else is here? Anyway, that's a train station. Looks like it doubles as a bus. Here's marshruts. These marshruts go to different towns and different parts, and oftentimes it says right on here, but maybe on the front. Anyway, okay, I'll keep going further. Nice stuff from Napoleonic times. Look at this. That's from other times as well, but this house, it's a museum here in Borisov. Lots of generals. I guess they like clocks here. Or clocks. Chess, anyone? Another clock. I wonder if that's Battleground. Oh, look at the Tsar.
Куда наши девочки ушли, не могу найти.
Fancy. Okay, it was just inside of this museum here. It's actually closed, but they let us go walking around. Nobody with us. Just think you could start pocketing a whole bunch of stuff in there. Silver things, something's very valuable. But anyway, very nice of these people to let us go through there. When it was closed, well, while the time it was closed. I don't know if you can see me. I don't have it on special setting right now where you can have two cameras. But anyway, this is where the place is at. It's in a kind of strange place to find, like an old road here, and it's like I said, the museum. Well, I'll head out for some of these other places. Okay, we'll see you then. Right now I'm in the center of Borisov, just to show you guys. I don't know, looks like some kind of Soviet weird design on the building, real Sovietish. Looks like a town hall. What would any city in Belarus or in maybe Russia be without some kind of a Lenin somewhere? There you go. Well, how handy. Main street, and it's blocked off because they're doing who knows what. Looks like they're getting ready for some sort of a May 9th sort of a deal in a few days. But here you go. See if I can sneak around here. There we go. It's a square. It said it's gotten colder here. We're just waiting for whenever this warm weather's supposed to come, and it should be very soon. There's old Mr. Lenin for you. Maybe I better go like this to make sure I'm getting certain things in the photos here. Hammer and sickle. John Lennon from the Beatles right up here. There he is. Testing out his underarm deodorant. Oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Ooh. Oh. Look at that. Look how nice they are. They let me be there. I didn't even see this thing that I'm not supposed to be there. Okay, that's the center. Pretty soon, after pretty soon I'll be going to the battlefield. Hi again, everybody. I'm still in Borisov. I'm making a patchwork of little places while I'm going around in Borisov. And of course, this is the place where Napoleon was defeated, and he never recovered from that. And it, of course, led to the defeat at Waterloo because his military was decimated. If you look and you see all these trees down here, and there's a supermarket over there, but here's a bridge that goes across, and underneath there is a river. It's called the Berizina, I believe. That's how it's pronounced. And that is like a swear word in French because you know, most of the military of Napoleon was defeated here, and lots of them perished in this river, lots and lots of them. So it's like a swear word in Russian, Berizina, and apparently all French know that word, Berizina, meaning like something really bad, disaster. And this right up here, this is a tank. I guess it's a T-34, and it's actually renovated, but that was the original tank of a sergeant, and I don't know his crew. I don't know how many were inside there at one time, but it was sort of destroyed, and it was in World War II, also in the same area where the defeat of Napoleon took place, and a major defeat of the Germans took place here as well, here in Belarus, not in Russia, not in other places, but that happened here as well. And this person right here, whoever was the commander of this tank, a sergeant, he was, I believe it was like somehow, I don't know if he was a forward observer or whatever, these people, and instead of waiting, well, I guess he came under attack apparently maybe from the Germans, I believe how this story goes. And anyway, he and his crew decided to fight the Germans no matter what. They knew they were going to die. There was no chance that they could ever do that, but he kept on fighting, and he was awarded, and maybe his crew as well, the Hero of Russia award. So that's just so you know. It's very difficult to to get up here. I think there's a plaque that says it in the front here. At least that's how it's been told to me, and you can read it yourself when I get around here. So it's way up there. I don't know. I guess they put it up there on purpose like that, really high. There was just a group of cadets here, Belarusian young cadets, boys and girls, and I guess coming to this and looking at this as well. So you see how they honor their people in these countries over here. It's much different than in the United States, where they kick you in the backside and tell you to get lost once you've served your purpose. Only the rich ones, the generals and things, and not a sergeant. They would never do that with a sergeant. Give him some sort of a high honor, or her, for doing something grand like that. But yeah, and I hear from a lot of other service people, you know, that some people that were injured in the military, and they don't really get any kind of compensation when you leave. And even when you get out, say, for example, myself, you know, you serve 7 years in the United States Army, and then, you know, you get some sort of a benefit that you can get serviced in the or get help in the you know, veterans hospitals. And then the hospitals, I don't know, they're a long distance away from where you live, and then there's huge lines to wait to get in to have a doctor look at you. So then you got to come back the next day, and then the next day. I don't know if it's first come first serve. I don't know if you draw a number, whatever, but it's very difficult to do that. A lot of time it's terrible procedures and things, so it's not really that great. I don't think Trump actually did that much help. You know, he maybe did help things a lot. I'm not sure. I don't live in the United States anymore, but I just hear that from certain people that are in the military, and there's a number of them that moved here as well. I've talked to a few. You know, it's even people that were in a government service at all, and it's just not the service that you get when you serve the government, or you serve the country in this country, or in Russia, or even in Germany, or a lot of these countries, than as opposed to the United States. Maybe certain people get lots of benefits, such as John McCain. They make a big hero out of him. He actually killed American. I already said that by pulling a joke or something, and he ended up killing Americans. And he was selling out America apparently on radio in Saigon because he was captured. And anyway, I guess a lot of these guys, they spent their time bombing villages and killing innocent Vietnamese at that time. I don't know. We don't have such a great record as everybody thinks. You already see what's going on if you know the truth about what the United States is doing in places like Yemen and other places, you know, and propping up Israel, who's 99% of the people that they kill, more than 99%, are innocent Palestinians. And there's no objection. If you go and protest in the United States, they're going to beat you up, lock you up, and maybe kick you out of university because, you know, you're standing up for innocent people. But anyway, this is not a news part. I'm going to try to head to a different part now that shows more squarely what some of the places maybe where Napoleon had his battles. Well, looks like an Orthodox church over there. I don't know which one that one is. Okay, till soon. Finally made it. Here we go. It says here this is where the War of 1812, or the battle in 1812, happened. parking area here. And there's a taxi driver back there. I wonder if he's going to hang out and wait for us. Boy, it was expensive to get out here. This is a long distance away from Borisov. I was hearing it's always in Borisov, but that's a long way from Borisov. So you see all these fields around here. That's where the big battle was taking place. So let's take a look at some of these monuments over here. So actually you can imagine there's not that much to see. Unless you want to go digging up around there with your metal detector, you might find some stuff. Matter of fact, in that museum there was that I was in, I don't know if I'm going to be playing that before I play this part. I have to piece together all of these little film footage pieces, but they had some pieces of bayonets and things, you know, that people found or something, maybe going around with metal detectors around this area. So let's get up a little bit closer over here. Probably not supposed to be walking here, but it doesn't look like it's any kind of, maybe it is sacred ground. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm supposed to be walking over there. If you go to Brest Fortress, you're not supposed to walk on the grass because of all the bloodshed there when the Germans invaded the Soviet Union back in those days, 1941. So yeah, somebody needs to get here and take care of this place with a weed eater. I guess looks like a lady that's from Italy here. She got her Italian dress on. So see if I can just get her in here. Здравствуйте.
А вы откуда?
Откуда
вы?
США.
США? Ничего себе, какие у нас гости.
Я говорю только немного по-русски. Я
вы что, как турист или в
Нет,
гости
турист,
кому-то?
я живу в Минске.
В Минске живете?
Я в Минске.
Интересно, блогер какой-нибудь вы?
Я редко блогер или турист приехал здесь.
Интересно. А в Минске вы как, уже постоянно живете? То есть переехали сюда жить?
Жить я живу перманент в Минске. Сейчас.
А, в данный момент в Минске.
Я раньше в Карибске и Германии.
Ну, нравится вам наша Беларусь?
Да, das ist Amerika, Европа. Сейчас нет so.
Ну, мы рады, что вам нравится. Всего хорошего тогда.
Let's see, the гражданство, no, that's a
Гражданство приняли?
Government. Нет.
Гражданство Америки у вас?
Нет, Карибский. Это маленький, kleiner остров, Deutsch. Страна остров, маленький, so.
Ну все.
Рядом Barbados. So.
Как зовут вас? What is your name?
Duke Diarmid.
Татьяна.
Oh, okay. Yes. I have a YouTube blog.
YouTube blog?
Yeah. Duke in Belarus.
Duke and
You have a
Belarus.
good Запомни.
Сейчас. Я посмотрю потом.
Okay.
Duke and Belarus.
Duke. D-U-K-A.
Сейчас я наберу, вы мне скажете.
In Belarus. Belarus. There's a Russian eagle up there. Wow. Okay.
Смотрите. Дук. Подчеркивание какое?
A.
A?
No, E. Yeah.
Ну,
Duke. And let's see.
вот так, да?
Yeah.
Все, спасибо.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Another monument over there. So, hey, maybe I'll get the follower. Wow, look at this. Wow. I mean, the long distance here. Maybe it doesn't come out so good on the tape. Actually, I should have said, hey, give us a ride back. It's quite expensive coming here in a taxi, you know. It's a long distance away, lots and lots and lots of forest, lots of logging and things like that. So this is not really in Borisov. Passed through some other villages. Maybe they should have named it after one of the villages or something. So we even saw some guy in some kind of a weird uniform. I was going in the taxi, so let's see what this monument is over here. Oh, that must be the river that they tried to get across. Brezhina? Brezhina, okay. Okay. So.
And there is
The film's still on. I'm still filming. You don't want to be in, right? Oh, this is a Orthodox Christian place. Probably here. Looks like Belarusian, probably. The War of 1812.
it's a hero, unknown soldier.
Unknown
from
soldier.
1812 war. Buried here, unknown soldier from that war.
As you see, nothing is in English here. Not too many Americans come here. I think a lot of people that have channels here in Belarus, they don't come here either. Maybe it's a little bit difficult. Of course, you'd have to have a car or pay for the taxi. I don't think any buses come anywhere close out here. So anyway, you guys, whoever's out here in YouTube land, you guys got to see this. One of the rare places that nobody ever shows on their blogs. So, crimson and clover. Huh, like a Vietnam. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be filming. I'll probably film a little bit more here in Borisov, but I don't know if there's any other monuments here to film. Hang on. Okay, I'm still in Borisov. This is the old city, the old part. Here we go. There's a sign here that says it's a 900-year-old city. And not only that, across the street, let's see if I can get a little closer here. You can see it yourself. It's an old building, of course, renovated. And right across the way, if I can cross this road here, is the cathedral. I believe that's the oldest cathedral in Belarus, of Borisov. So, and they're renovating. See, all of this lady is sweeping this dust, and it's supposed to go into all of these new bricks. Looks like the birds here found something nice to eat too. And it's an ancestor of mine, the Duke of Borisov. His name happens to be Borisov. So there he is. That's my great-grandfather, I guess. 1102. Is it open? So let's go take a little bit closer look at the cathedral here. How do you get in there? Oh no! Huh. Guess you gotta go around here. Well, we'll just take a look here, take a spin at everything. Nice lamps. Wow, they really, you gotta go around the entire thing here to get inside. Looks like that's the front entrance there. Easter eggs there. All the way around. All the way around. There's a lot of log cabins here, but there's an old building. It's not a log cabin. I think some are going. So this is 1510. I guess when this one was built, apparently. I don't know, 1510. Wasn't even a colony in America yet at that time. think what was the first colony? I believe Jamestown. Actually, it was Roanoke, but Roanoke colony disappeared in America. Nobody knows what happened to it. You know, went with some Korean soldiers. But I guess the first one was Jamestown, Virginia, 1607 in America. It's the first permanent colony, I suppose, from the British. And the Pilgrims was at 1620. So let's see what this looks like inside here. I'm expecting this to be very ornate. I don't know. I have to be quiet, I'm sure. Keep my mouth shut. Here we go. Smell. Even though I would like to show you some log cabins, lots of log cabins around here, and well, in Borisov in general, maybe not in this part of the town, I don't know, just got here, but maybe I should end this film now, and I'll be talking a little bit more about this when I do the video in Volkovisk, and that should be pretty soon, because I kind of want to tie that in, because that's where the general lived actually while he was engaging in this campaign here against Napoleon at that time in Belarus. So I guess the Russians, well, Belarusians. So anyway, should I end now? I'll probably, I don't know, if I see something else interesting, I'll add it on, and if not, this is the end of the video for now. It's probably going to be quite long, and I thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you on the next one very soon. Bye bye. Oh, was that? Yeah, I was recording. Good. Okay, I guess I am still making videos. Look, log cabin. Somebody putting on a new window there. As I said, there's a lot of log cabins in this town and around other little villages, like going to that battlefield that Napoleon's, well, where Napoleon first got his butt kicked, and really, really badly. on the way there's villages. You pass through villages, and there's a lot of log cabins in there too. Here's over here. Look at all some car coming. Oh, there's somebody in the way. Another one. I guess it'll all be led on, all going down the street, seeing all these log cabins. And here's, look at this, an old one here. Minskaya Strasse. Wow, look at those windows. I keep seeing more and more and more log cabins. I'll just film a couple more and maybe I can end the video then. I don't want to miss anything prominent here while I'm in Borisov for all of you out there. So, here we go. This one has a brick foundation. Oh man, too many cars. You can't get across the street, can't go anywhere or do anything. And they space themselves out just perfectly so that you can't walk. Let's see if I can do this. Wow. Looks like they used to have another window on the outside. If you see right there. So it had possibly had three windows to block the cold from coming in. Well, anyway, there's actually a Catholic church over there to film. It's probably worth filming, but I don't know if I'm going to go there. Maybe. We'll see. Jerk. Okay, that's it for the moment, I guess. Well, there's another place right here. It's I guess they call it battery in Russian, and this was a place where they had guns. It was protecting, I guess it was guns probably on all these layers down here, and I think there was a few of them down the way here, and of course a couple up here. Maybe these are just some kind of ornaments, I have no idea. But anyway, this was an area, I guess, where they were protecting Borisov from over here. The town of Borisov, and the battlefield of course was off in the other distance, but apparently, I guess that's what that explains right here, for any of those of you that want to see this in Russian, I guess. See how fast you can read it till I move the camera? Okay. And I guess that's a little map right here saying where this is at as well. Okay, yeah, as you see, it's a hilly area here, and we're up on a high area. Okay. Oh, some nice, look at this nice big tree. Makes you wonder if that tree was around in those days, this nice big pine tree. Okay, that's just another thing I wanted to add here. I made some kind of a mistake. Anyway, I showed you the river. You can see the river right down here, but there's another part of the river. Maybe I showed it from the other area where there was that World War II tank, and that's I was showing an area, I was thinking that was the plain, but it's not. It's much further away where the real battle was held. But the river runs past that area as well. And I probably said a couple things inaccurate. I can't really imagine what it was. It was just real small facts anyway. Nothing really important. Okay, maybe this time I can sign off from my day here in Borisov. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you push the like button and you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And send this around somewhere. You know, it's mostly a history video. It's not about politics, so a lot more people will probably be wanting to watch this than the politics videos. You know, it's not like a big subject that a lot of people want to watch politics and things like that. It's like fart videos, you know, people with those fart machines, you know, making those funny noises. Only a certain amount of people like those. I like those. Anyway, there's a guy that does some crazy stuff. He doesn't only do the fart videos, but anyhow, I guess it's called Silly Stupid Poop or whatever. But anyway, I think he watches my channel sometimes as well. You know, he, I guess, likes the politics. He's done a couple politics videos, but his name is Rousman. Anyway, so that's it for right now. And, well, again, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Borisov Arena. It's like a big spotted snake. They're going to be movie stars. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe you can't get in. Probably nothing to see anyway. It's just a regular old stadium, but on the outside it's quite unique in architecture. So it's a good thing to show while in Borisov. Giant snake. Okay, everybody found another museum. I guess there's other museums. And let's see which guy. This one right there, number 3. That's Bagration. I guess he's the guy that defeated Napoleon right there in the middle of the picture. And these are other Russian and Soviet generals. Well, of course, Bagration wasn't the Soviet Union at the time. Look at all of these military guys here. Is that him over there? Yeah. I think this is him again, right here. Here's some ancient stone pieces. I guess this was the prehistoric things that came from this region here in Borisov. From the old, what do you call it, cavemen. So probably a crutch here. If you broke your leg, I would imagine. That's some sticks to hit your wife with, I believe, right there. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's an actual uniform here or not. I guess it's Russian.
This eagle is a Napoleonic eagle, which was found in River Berezina in 1966.
Oh, they really
This is
renovated
original.
it, huh?
Yeah, they renovated. A man found it in a river.
Oh, wow. Nice find.
From 1803, historian gave a date, 1803.
What was when that was made?
When it was made, and it's one
Carbon
of the
dating.
maybe only originals left from Napoleonic standard.
Got a glare on this thing. Let me get it from over here. Helmet. Bronze helmet. Look at some money. Some rings. Let's see what else we can find here.
It's all uniform original. It's all originals.
Original, all your real uniforms.
Original uniforms, original hats. Except
Наполеоновская копия.
the head of Napoleon is only a copy.
Oh, that
the
one there.
other hats original.
This one is a copy right there. Napoleon's hat. Okay, but these are original? Looks like
this is original.
looks like this guy needs a new one. Just kidding. Wow. Look at that.
Офицерская.
Именно Александр.
Во времена Александра Первого принадлежал, то есть там герб, как называется.
You need a new pair of boots. Gosh. Weren't they that ugly looking? Boy. Not much for fashion, were they, in those days? Wow, look at that helmet. Man. It's incredible. A musket. Incredible. Look at a cockle oven. I had one in my house in Germany.
First Borisov factories in beginning of 20th century. The first factories in Borisov.
Okay.
Там фотографии вокзала.
Actually, the museum is closed right now. I mean, it's not closed, but normally you're not allowed to film in here, but they let me film. That's probably why you don't see any YouTube videos of these things except for my channel. Exclusive. Look at Lenin. I found his guitar. How many strings? Look at this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 7 strings or something. Some Soviet stuff here. Look at Lenin's phonograph. No, I don't know.
No, this is World War II.
Wasn't that John Lennon's? Well, I mean, when he was in the Beatles. No. They have these statues of Lennon all over. Anyway. Now we know where old Adolf got his mustache from. This guy. Oh, terrible. Probably World War II stuff. They did to partisans. Look at regular Nazi work here. Ukrainians, all the dead bodies. Belarusians, I'm sure. Yes, those were the days, huh? Mm-hmm. I had one too. I had one of these. Okay. Yeah.
This is a German helmet and this is a Russian helmet.
У меня тоже, aber очень.
German.
Yeah, I have one of those. Yeah.
Yes,
No, not that one. That's not a. The other one is better, I think.
Look at the crosses they found.
Mine was more original. That
They
one I don't
found
think
the
is real.
German crosses.
Yeah, I've got one of those. I got one of those too. Yeah. Wow, a copy of the big, huge statue that they have in Russia. Wow, that looks like the Reichstag in Berlin. Anyway, you guys can see a lot of these online. I don't know if I should show them. Looks like we're in the World War II stuff now.
This is a tank who was fighting alone against all Germans, and all these three guys got a Medal of Hero of Soviet Union. Normally never everybody gets, but they got all of three.
Oh, that's that tank that
This
is
is a tank what we
that I
just
showed also in this video.
Yeah.
That's of course a painting of it, but
And this is the
this
Triba.
was
And
the
this is
crew
the
right
crew.
here.
They all got medals.
Hero of Russia.
Я когда услышала первый раз эту историю, я прям вся вот меня
I hope the viewers like
Они решили, нет,
me showing this stuff.
Фотография, женщина, как бы, и все убитые. Это они туда приехали в Зеленый район и не успели. Накануне были расстреляны. там будет тоже такая. В Лятищах они освободили, успели освободить. Хотя бы трудовую.
Looks like Soviet money or something back then. I don't know. It's like Order of Lenin, maybe? Medals? Maybe.
Полк Нормандии. Вот Жан Спор, фотографии.
Они здесь где-то были?
Он был, да, они воевали здесь у нас, но самолет был подбит где-то под Оршей, он упал. Вот и нашли этот самолет только в 50-м году.
This is a French Normandy Numa, a French aviation pilot, and they were flying here fighting with Soviet army against Germans, and his name is Jacques Gaston. He, as a hero, was dead. Germans shot him in a plane in 1944, and near Orsha, they found in 50s his plane.
Oh.
He died here fighting
Okay.
in Belarus.
Определили, что это его самолет, и его мать потом приезжала, когда увидела это место, отец не дожил до этого времени, когда нашли, где погибли сын.
Ну, как интересно. Какие герои? Просто
Это зал Старотрухов, книги, которые больше 100 лет, Библии, ну, как писали монахи, писали точно.
это настоящая книга, да?
Книги настоящие, все эти книги настоящие.
This is all
Это
books,
книга.
more than 100 years old. This is all real books.
408 лет этой
This
книги.
Bible is 480 years old. This Bible is 480 years old from monastery. You can see.
И там написано вот герб Несвижского замка.
This has insignia of Nesvish Castle. We will go there maybe sometime. This is a Bible
Yeah, I
from
haven't been there
Nesvish
yet.
Castle. Yeah, all of this look.
The Irish partisan has that in one of his
This
videos.
is a Jewish
Yeah.
and
Torah, probably.
Torah. Yeah,
Настоящий.
yes, also real
Oh,
Torah.
looks like some of my photographs.
А это нас художник.
Look at that.
This is a real painting. Yeah, this
К
is a
сожалению,
forest.
корона, он умер.
От короны.
Да,
This
да,
painter was died from
в
coronavirus.
библиотеке и был
Oh. From the forest
Даже сейчас
photo. Too dark to photograph maybe here.
Да, корона
Oh.
это было, конечно, вообще.
Looks like the Borisov area here. Probably the children they kept.
Какие автобусами эти, не
Да,
знаю.
если что-то будет, мы с тобой продолжим здесь учение. Мы поехали на батарею.
А,
Были в музее, который вот возле вокзала музей. А
Голодеева.
Голодеева музей.
Да.
На батарее были на поле, были на поле. А про вас просто шли с батареей, вот для вас совершенно.
Это мы недавно в Тульском музее написали. Ее не было, как многие люди.
It's Ukrainian, probably.
А сейчас написали. Вот,
Отлично. Я сюда, конечно, хочу больше говорить.
Okay.
Я знаю французский.
Maybe that's it.
Записываются автобусы, на эти, как называется?
Looks like Polish.